one that I just put.
What? Yeah.
Is everybody ready to go? We got everybody here? Schmoodle Deadly?
No.
Deadly is deafened.
Yo!
Deadly?
I
We need
think she's starting a
Deadly
new
here.
stream.
Okay. Oh, guys, this is going to be an awesome session today. I can't wait.
I hope not to die and stay.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, oh man, this is a lot. This is gonna be a meaty session.
I like me.
So we kill Strahd this session?
Yeah, of course.
Question.
Start
if I sneak up
battle
to him
right now.
and shove wood into his chest, does that count?
Just like a 2x4.
Yes.
You just pick a plank off the ground and yeah, that I mean, if you can get it into his chest, yeah, totally.
Try his butt.
That's a
Like a shish kebab.
That's a new tactic.
And
I've
then-
never
and
seen
then it
anyone do
comes-
that before.
And it comes out of his
Really?
chest.
With the reverse vampire stabbage.
It's just an easier entrance. Shall I
Get
go
him while
now?
his back is turned.
Well, his ass is turned.
We gotta wait for Deadly. Earliest stream ever. It's only 40 minutes
Who
late.
put that? Who put that?
Only 40 minutes late.
Who?
Yeah, only 40 minutes late.
Only 40 minutes. Listen, there was a lot of things happened. So much stuff
Uh-huh.
happened. You guys don't understand.
Yeah.
It's hard being me.
Uh-huh.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Trust me. You guys will be like, oh man, I'm so glad we waited extra long for this. It's so worth it.
I'm so glad. I'm gonna be so tired at work and I'm gonna fuck up all my job just because Waffles was 40 minutes late.
You can, yeah, you know what? If you have problems at work tomorrow, just blame me. It's fine.
I will.
Just be like,
I will.
Waffles kept me late during Dungeons and Dragons yesterday.
And they'll be like, who? Yeah, that's like a
Duh,
ton of
you don't know
like-
Waffles?
Yeah, who doesn't know waffles?
The Waffles?
silly.
For chumps?
Dummy backup patient.
The syrup flexor?
Damn. That's a lot of caffeine.
Full of a toque.
Caffeine? Oh, I need some caffeine.
I had a cup of tea.
Oh. I need some coffee. Today was a long day.
Same. Painful.
But you guys are gonna make it so much better. Trust me.
That means we're gonna die, right?
Yes, I get to kill you all in Dungeons and Dragons. What better day could I ask for?
You suck ass. JK.
Deadly?
Deadly.
Is there stream on starting soon?
Yay!
Is there stream on starting soon?
GFK, uh-oh.
I mean, I can't,
Deadly!
you know, after as long as I took, I can't.
What?
Hey, you're here.
Frank.
What?
We-
I'm
we-
sorry, I was just doing some spontaneous music reviews on the songs that Schmoodle sent.
Oh.
We've been ready to go for about 5 minutes.
It's okay. I'm not gonna.
I was just about to elaborate the potential, the similarities in between the second song Schmoodle sent, the rock version of the rock song, and
Alright.
the Super Meat Boy soundtrack.
You know what this means, Deadly?
Huh?
We have to remake the song for
Listen,
Waffles
Chachi.
taking so long.
Listen, Chachi.
What? Yeah, the
Considering
way
how
too
long
long
we've
song.
been waiting for waffles today, and
The
considering
insanely
I've been
long
entertaining
song.
my stream for the past 25 minutes on my own, I think
Alright, I'm gonna go.
it is fine that I took 5
Nope,
minutes.
that's the wrong screen.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm just
There we go. I fixed it.
Hey, reading.
Oh, guys,
I'm gonna push over here.
we're ready. We're ready to start finally after freaking 45 minutes. It took a little bit, but I'm finally here. Sorry, everybody. I know I'm super duper late. Welcome to Curse of Strahd. We've got an extra special session today. Everything's gonna be. This is gonna be a very, very interesting session, depending on how it goes. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Yeah, my bad for being super late. Thank you guys for being patient. Chachi and Schmoodle and Deadly and Tama. I made
No worries.
I made a mistake. I made a bad boo-boo. Okay. So, since we've been just waiting here for like way too long, let's just jump right into it. Let's just do the recap and get right into it. So, last time on Curse of Strahd, your group had finally left the village of Barovia. After you had defeated the creature that was underneath the church in the town of Barovia, you went back to the manor with the body of Lily, who had perished in the church. Cremating the body, your group decided to stay the night at the mansion with Isaac and Irina. Waking up in the morning, you discovered a note attached to your door. A letter from Strahd. An invitation to dinner, to dine at his castle. Cautiously, you decided to take him up on his offer, leaving Irina back at the mansion, with plans to return, to take her away from the mansion at some point in the future, so that she's no longer in danger from Strahd himself. After a delicious pie on your way out of town that resulted in some very interesting delicious snack vibes for Crowley. Your group continues on their way to the castle Ravenloft. You just found a body that Botak had discovered. It gave him an interesting, he had an interesting time.
He freaked the fuck out.
Just a little bit. While everybody else saw a normal corpse, Botak saw something else, a warning sign of some sort. It seemed to warn him of something. It was the visage of Thurxora, even though she was standing right next to him. Though afterwards it turned out to be just a normal body after Botak kind of shook his head and looked back, but still, the thought of the body lingers in your mind, Botak.
Oh yes, definitely.
And that's where we left off. You guys managed to go back to the road. It is slightly rainy, windy. It looks like the rain has been picking up for a little while now. Doesn't show any signs of letting up. What do you guys do?
Botak hates the rain.
I've got some weather sounds here really quick. Let me get weather sounds. There we go. All right.
Crowley is just walking around as if it's normal. He's used to storms.
Alright. Oh. I don't mind if we put as much distance from us and that corpse as possible. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep going. I mean, the last thing we want is to leave Strahd waiting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's continue.
All right. So your group's going to continue forward on this road. You guys are continuing then?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
let me try and actually grab the right thing instead of the wrong thing. There we go. So essentially the way this is going to work is your group's going to move. It's about typically an hour for every 3 hexes you move on this map, barring any kind of rough terrain. Right now you're on the road, so it's not going to be as long as if you were going off-road. For instance, if you were traveling through this forest, that would be much slower. So, about an hour takes you there. Now, let me see if I can actually... There we go. Two hours. You trudge along this muddied road that's getting worse and worse by the minute. The wind is harsh. The rain shows no sign of stopping. And it's definitely not a pleasant walk. You're kind of just slogging along, bringing your cloaks up tight around you, trying not to get wet. Except for you, Crowley. You're totally cool with the rain. Though it is pretty chilly. Do a roll really quick. Okay. Other than the rain, the walk is uneventful. The mist kind of seems a little bit diluted by the rain. Not as thick as it usually is, but it's still definitely present, and it kind of swirls around your feet as you take every step forward. As you're walking, you kind of look up and scan over this valley in front of you. That you kind of, as you're going forward, you are going deeper and deeper into this valley. You're kind of on a downward path that kind of spirals through these woods. And as you come up to this next part of the woods, you see kind of an opening. And you are met with a large mountain range to your south that is intimidating and, in contrast to what you see around you, kind of beautiful at the same time. It is the mountains are filled with evergreen trees, greenery, which is not as easy to find around here. Though there is plant life, it is kind of less green than it should be. It seems the plants here suffer from a lack of sunlight. Kind of this borderline withering, dying. Not brown, but not very vibrant either. There's, in particular, one very large mountain directly to your southwest that looks very imposing and intimidating. Almost like a nicer looking version of the Castle Ravenloft, kind of looming over the entire valley as you walk along. To your north, it's hard to make out anything. There's a lot of woods, though you did pass by a river. It kind of meandered along, the one that you had crossed over the bridge earlier. Very crystal clear, very uncontaminated. Almost beautiful if it was a different place. You continue to trudge upwards, and you find something, if I can find the notes. I'm sorry, trudge downwards. You see, as you're moving along, you see a strange... Actually, this is back here. I'm sorry. I moved you guys way too far. Sorry. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's nothing up there. Definitely not. An old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west, near the mountain you had seen before. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. This well-worn road, muddied and full of mist, splits here. There is a signpost opposite the gallows that points off in 3 directions. You move up to check the signpost, and it says Barovia Village in the direction you just came from. Serpool, spelled Tser, to the northwest. And Ravenloft/Vallaki to the southwest. You look to the northwest fork that is pointing towards the Serpool, and you see this kind of meandering, muddy, even muddier road that slants downwards and disappears into the trees. The southwest fork to Ravenloft/Vallaki clings to kind of more of an upward slope as the incline starts to head upwards, kind of along that mountain ridge at the very base of it. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in the fog. What are you guys doing? Where are you going?
So, we're gonna be needing to go to Ravenloft, right? That's the name of the castle. Guys,
I think so.
who's
I
got the
honestly
note?
don't. I definitely don't.
Rex, you have the note.
Oh, note. Yeah. 1 second. Down in my castle.
Oh yeah, be ready to take
That
notes today,
idiot.
guys. By the way,
That idiot did not say which castle. I assume though that Castle Ravenloft, which I think that I remembered that it is the big one up there, is his castle. So
Okay.
Ravenloft it
Then-
is.
Well, let's head up there. We're gonna be. Don't want to be late.
you can see the castle to the north, kind of. As you come to this gallows and you look to the north, you can definitely see, though it's hidden behind some trees, you can see the very peaks of the spires of the castle. The road that leads to Ravenloft is kind of I think I already said this. It's to the west and it's kind of meandering upwards, and the road north that leads to the Sir Pool is the downward kind of slope.
We need to go up hills, right? All right, guys, follow me.
What are you guys
Going up.
doing?
Going up.
You going up?
Yeah.
Going towards castle. The signpost says direction, Castle Ravenloft. We're going that way.
Bad guy this way.
Bad guy this direction. All right.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's the wrong way, we can just tell Strahd that we got lost because the signpost is facing the wrong way. So we
Yes.
can tell him to fix his signpost.
Fix your signpost.
Listen, Strahd, I know we are a little late for your invitation, but fix your goddamn signposts in your domain. This is absolutely unacceptable.
How are we supposed to get to your place if your signs are broken?
Yeah, you silly baka.
you silly baka.
What's a baka?
I don't know. That sort of slipped out. Weird.
How dare you? Okay. So you guys are heading to the west path. Okay. Let me. Is this working? Did I hide things correctly? It's kind of working. It seems a little confused on my screen, but that's okay. It looks a little odd, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. Your group decides to take the upward sloping part of the main road. Who's leading the way, by the way? What is your marching order?
If I remember, yeah, Botek was ahead. I was second. Zora was third, and Gwen was fourth.
Is
That-
Gwen's the last one?
Yeah.
All right, Gwyn.
Ugh.
As your group is leaving, you hear a creaking noise behind you
It's the cake come back.
coming from the gallows.
Uh,
What's your passive perception?
Load TNT Beyond. Load. Where do I see that again?
It's a 12.
12. Thank you.
12?
12.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You hear a creaking noise coming from behind you.
Guys,
Huh? What's up? What's up?
I hear creakies. Creakies behind.
Ricky's.
Yeah. Sounds a little bit suspicious.
The Xara is gonna listen for it too.
Roll perception. And Tama, Gwyn, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
That is a 24.
24.
16.
I thought we were promised safe passage by this bastard.
We were.
16.
He's
By
lying
him.
to us.
But not by the other people here.
I'm kicking his ass.
Thurxora, you hear rain and wind. And that's it. You don't hear anything creaking or whatever Gwyn is saying. What did you roll for your wisdom saving throw?
16.
16. Okay.
Don't hear anything, guys. So,
Oh, God.
are you sure you didn't imagine anything, Gwyn?
Look, I'm not normally the type to imagine anything. Honestly.
To be fair, though, I don't think Botek is either, and apparently he talked to a corpse of me just a few hours ago, so...
Oh, God.
That was weird. Don't remind me of it.
Gwyn, as you're having this conversation, you're kind of looking around, trying to find the source of this noise. And your eyes pass over the gallows. And you see now, where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body.
Nope. Guys.
As you
Can you
focus on it, the breeze kind of blows in the wind and turns the hanged figure slowly, fixing its dead eyes lifelessly upon you.
Thurxora, you're good at staring contests, right? I'm being stared out right now. Can no one see this? Seriously?
What? Can Thurxara see the body as well?
You guys don't see anything.
Gwyn, show me where exactly, please.
Yeah,
Gwyn-
point it down.
Gwyn points over to the gallows.
I see trees and a little bit of grass and some bushes.
No, you can't. No, not gallows. No, not grass.
Oh, well, gallows. I'm sorry. Me no good English. What? Give so different from English. The common.
Zig.
Oh, yeah.
Me know so
Noted.
good English.
I don't English. Common very good. Very, I'm doing the wrong accent. I'm very sorry, my friend, but my common is not super very good. So I had to think about the word for a moment. But no, I don't see a body there.
Uh-huh.
There has to be
Oh,
something fucking with us.
I'm
First,
not
Bojack
tripping balls.
sees Zora's body instead of the other body. Now you're seeing something over there too that none of
Yeah.
us can
You
see.
can't exactly make out the body either, Gwyn. You would have to get closer to inspect it. It does look humanoid. Could be human, could be elf, could be. You're not sure unless you got closer.
Look, I'm not getting closer to that thing. If this is the similar stuff that happened with Botak, I'm not going near it. And if you guys can't see it, then obviously I must be tripping balls. And I swear I didn't eat the pie because I would have been jumping up and down, very happy. You know, I'm not touching this shit, man.
Um,
Hey.
the Xora just looks at her, thinking about something for a second, then looks at Botek and Crowley, and to Gwyn's arms, and then back at Botek and Crowley.
Oh.
It's like,
Uh,
nah.
Yeah, I vote we just keep on moving
yeah, I'm with Crowley
and
here.
just keep our eyes peeled. Something is
I
just trying to fuck with us.
Yeah, I feel like something's just messed with the head.
As you lock eyes with this corpse, Gwyn, you feel something briefly for a moment. This very strange pain in your heart for a moment. Like you kind of grab at your chest, but you kind of shake it off and it's completely gone. It was just a very short, brief pain in your chest.
Indigestion? Never mind. Okay. I think I'm okay.
Everyone good? Let's get out of here before whatever is out there decides to play more mind tricks on us.
Edge
And,
Crusher goes burp. Well, there's indigestion.
Suddenly, the body burps.
Oh.
And you kind
I
of
mean-
when you look down to grab at your chest, Gwyn, and then you look back up, body's gone.
And so is my bra.
Not again.
He's off running in the distance. I've got it finally.
No.
Listen, Bob, if you want another one, I also still have one in my bag.
God damn it.
How many do you have?
Nobody
Did you pack your? All right. Anyways, continuing on. Yeah. What are you guys doing? Also, who drew this face down here? I see that face.
God, that's so courageous.
I can't draw.
Neither can I.
Somebody's drawing
Okay, that's a
faces
lie.
in the part
I
of the
will
map you
pull
guys
up-
can't see.
I will pull up your art on my stream right now, Tom, but you shush. Anyway, we getting the heck out of here fast.
Yep.
Yeah, falling everywhere.
Right. You guys continue forward. Now, this path, as you continue along it, seems to be getting more and more difficult as it kind of meanders upwards. It is muddy, slippery, windy, and there's a lack of trees blocking the wind here. So it's takes you a little bit of time to get up this path, and as you do, you kind of begin to rise higher and higher above the valley. You can clearly see the castle in the distance, sitting atop a large plateau looming over the rest of the valley. And you kind of look down, and you see this where the river kind of snakes around, it has formed into a large lake. And then it turns back into a river again as it continues throughout the valley. Moving on even farther, you come to more forests. And as you do, you're going higher and higher, and you peer down at this lake. Who's in front?
Me.
What's your passive perception?
I got this. Let's take a look at this.
Trips over.
I really got to write down your guys' passive perception so I don't have to ask every time.
14.
14. I'm gonna write these down actually right now because I gotta remember. I gotta do that actually. So let's do that. So
It's passive
you're
wisdom.
14.
Perception and
Yeah, if you're not, if you don't have proficiency in perception, then it's just your wisdom modifier.
okay, 15.
It's 12.
69.
Mine's just 12.
Oh, yours is 12.
Yeah.
Do you not have proficiency in? Okay. All right. So
Perception,
yours is
yeah.
12. Crowley, yours is 15.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
For-
Gwyn, yours is 12. You also said
69. No, it's 69 as well.
69. 69 perception.
Yeah.
You can see all the naughty things. And then, what are you, Thurxora?
16.
16. Okay.
You perceive the most.
All right.
Yes.
Thurxora and Crowley, you guys can both see, kind of peering over down by this lake, you can barely make out structures? No, those are tents. Some sort of yurt setup. You can barely make out some kind of signs of an inhabited area along the side of the lake where it turns back into the river once again.
Do you guys see that down there too?
Hey, look, campers.
Man, looks like
look.
somebody's camping out.
It's not called camping, it's called tactical waiting. What? Yeah, I'm wondering who's camping in this forest specifically. I can see a lot more.
Is this on the
Nice.
way or out of the way that we're seeing this?
It is out of the way. You kind of, it's hard to make out because it's kind of through the trees a little bit, but in the places where the trees have less leaves on them and are kind of dead, you can definitely make out further down this hill some kind of inhabited tents. You're not sure how big they are. Could be campers. It could be larger structures. You're not exactly sure.
Oh. Well,
We'll have to look at that later.
hmm. You know, since I got a question for you guys, okay? Depending on how late we stay at Strahd's Castle, okay?
How late's dinner gonna be?
Yeah, I don't know how late dinner's gonna be. So, if we hurry with dinner, we could check out that, or maybe even spend the night with the campers. Could be cool. Could be safer in numbers down there, you know? Depending how late dinner goes, you know? But who knows when you're having dinner with a vampire, right?
It is getting about it's hard to tell considering the rain and the already lack of sunlight that is usually in this place. It's you would say it's about getting early afternoon at this point.
How's everyone feeling?
I'm
Ship
feeling
shape.
cold from the rain. Well, my first instinct is to get this all settled out with Strahd, and then probably never want to return there as fast as possible and get the heck out of there.
Sure, it's
Because
all just some misunderstandings.
last thing I want to do is spend the night in a vampire's castle.
True that.
Hotel Transylvania, anyone?
Nope.
What's that? What's a
Blah,
Transylvania?
blah, blah.
Explorer, Crowley, what do you think?
Yeah, let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this guy any longer than we have to.
All right, let's get a move on. Maybe double time.
Okay. You guys continue onwards, slowly making your way up this trail, and it does kind of wind around the side of this hill as it goes upwards and upwards. It takes you a bit of time. So it'd be about 4 hours. But eventually, you do kind of it curves around, and at one point during this trek, you see just how large and imposing this mountain to your west is. It is massive, and the incline is extremely daunting. It is a very, very large landmark, kind of just as looming as the castle in the distance, and you kind of have to crane your neck up to see the top of this huge mountain that you're kind of riding the edge of. And it is getting a little colder the higher you go up. You kind of have to, especially in this rain, you have to pull your cloaks tighter, kind of shivering a little bit. Eventually, you come to you see this river down below you as it kind of meanders through this valley, and it looks like it's cut a little canyon through this plateau you see to your northeast and this mountain to your west. The river kind of digs through the bottom of the valley, and this particular you see this a bridge ahead of you. And you see that this bridge has gargoyles, like strange looking creatures cloaked in black moss, perching on the corners of this bridge. Their frowns are weather worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge where you stand, you see a large waterfall spilling into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below you. Kind of the water just curves straight down directly underneath this bridge, pooling into that lake that you had seen earlier. The river kind of meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the bottom part of the valley.
the river is crystal clear and looks good, right?
Yeah, it's a river.
Yeah, the river is very crystal clear looking. It still looks very nice.
Oh,
The bridge
Um,
is kind of, it's made of stone,
but
and
but
go ahead.
um, Tech wants to fill up his water skin with as much water as he can get.
Okay, you can. It takes you a bit because the bridge is above this water. You would have to climb down towards the edge of the water to get to it. So it would take you a little bit of time to kind of climb down this hill to get to where the water actually is, just above the waterfall.
Oh,
Alright,
so then
well,
we can, the rest of us can probably just like step down.
Yeah, I mean, you can step down as long as you're not going to the bottom part of the waterfall. You can get to the top part of the waterfall. It's only about, about 50 feet underneath the bridge.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
kind of steep, but it's not too steep.
I meant like a cliff for him is like just kind of taking a step off of a step for the rest of us, but
he's making a short joke.
I get it now. I was like, wait a second.
a montage of him climbing down the damn thing, and then it. All right, guys, come on, and then we just step off the side, and we're right there.
No, you should be able to make it down pretty easy.
How deep exactly is it? Just to double check, is it more than 30 feet?
The
The water.
the water, it
Deep in
is
the water.
50 feet beneath the bridge.
Okay.
Okay. Then Botek will not go down there because that's gonna take.
There's kind of a hill. It's not much of a not a it's not like a cliff or anything like that. It's just kind of a meandering incline.
Is it
No.
a steep incline or not so steep incline?
It's about, I would say, about 30 degrees.
Okay, and now the most important question: how old is the bridge?
The bridge, you you can get closer and inspect it. It does look stone. It looks sturdy enough from just a quick cursory glance. The stones are kind of moldy, but it looks like it could support you. You could get closer and try and inspect the bridge.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I can use my historical knowledge trait on the bridge and see who built it.
Read your historic knowledge trait again.
It's essentially when you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders. Whether those were dwarves, elves, humans, Huan-Ti, or some other known race.
You roll a history check for me.
I caused this, and I am sorry.
An 8.
I just wasted water.
An 8. You look at the architecture of this bridge and you kind of think for a moment. Now, as you've been going throughout Barovia, you've had strange flashes. Like when you originally came to the gate, also looked old, worn. You had gotten brief flashes of people, of things you can't recall. You try and think back and focus your mind, see if you can recall some of those flashes. Maybe something will come to you, but nothing does.
Okay. So it's just a bridge.
As far as you can tell, it's just a bridge.
Yep.
You're not sure who exactly built it, where it came from. You assume whoever built the gates, probably.
Okay. Yeah, And then I'm also gonna make my way down further to the water, up until about 30 feet away from it.
You're gonna go down to the water?
Yep. Refilling water skins is a good idea.
Okay. You guys. Is everybody going down?
Sure.
All right. You guys all go down to this water, which is crystal clear, beautiful, clear water. Almost too clear. Like, there's nothing in there. Nothing living. There's nothing, no algae, no any signs of fish or creatures. Just seems to be crystal clear water. You fill up your canteens. Could add a canteen full of water to your inventory if you want. You guys kind of reach down, take a sip. Tastes good. Tastes actually delicious. Crystal clear. Mountain water.
Bring water. Hey, let's go.
All right.
All right, let's get across that gate through the bridge. Or past the bridge and through the gate. Bring all the way around.
And I'm sorry, I said you guys were at the top of the. You guys are at the bottom of the falls. My brain kind of like rewired. You guys are at the bottom of the falls. I'm sorry. You see the waterfall above you. I don't know why I said you guys were at the top. You guys are at the bottom of the falls, and you can it's still the water. You can see the waterfall kind of splashing into the pool there, 50 feet down, and then kind of going through the valley at the bottom underneath your bridge. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you guys doing? You guys crossing the bridge? You hang out and drinking some water?
Thuxar is gonna walk up to the bridge and look under it just in case there's some trolls, and then walk across it.
Make a perception check.
Oh no.
Perception check for trolls.
That
Watch it be like
is
90
a
trolls.
16 plus 6, so a 22.
You see 100 trolls underneath.
Thuxar turns around and runs away as fast as possible.
They all look at you and go, "Hey, this place is taken." You check underneath the bridge, and you see definitely what looks to be kind of... The stone here has definitely been... At least at one point, it was carved in a way to allow the bridge to be built, but it is... Definitely nature has reclaimed some of it, and it looks like a little bit worn and definitely eroded slightly. So the bridge is definitely less stable than it used to be. But there's no trolls that you can see. They might be hiding. Maybe they're water trolls.
They're invisible.
And you do take a closer look at these gargoyles, I'll say with that roll, because you rolled super duper high. They look interesting. They look very detailed. You've never really seen any kind of architecture like this. They don't exactly look demonic or anything like that. They have these they do have the large leathery wings, but their faces are kind of human-like. almost as if they're staring at you.
Luxora engages in a staring contest with the gargoyle.
You engage in a staring
Uh,
contest. 30 seconds
uh,
pass. Roll Constitution.
Rex, come on. We don't got all day.
Use- use the
Let me roll for the gargoyle.
That's a 7.
Gargoyle, you wait, you stare. About 30 seconds pass and you have to blink. Gargoyle wins. Just continues to look at you. The face is kind of worn, and the nose is almost gone. But the eyes seem like they haven't had any erosion at all.
Well, buddy, you're good. Look, almost as good without a nose as I do. She turns around and walks back to the others.
Thank you, Chachi. I see that multi-twitch link.
Thanks.
Okay. Are you guys continuing on? What are you guys doing?
Trying to pull Threx away from the gargoyle. Be like, come on, Threx. We gotta go. Strahd isn't gonna be.
staring contest. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Do you want to tell Strahd that you had a staring contest with the statue of a gargoyle out here? Or do you want to and tell him that you missed dinner because of it?
You guys keeping the same marching order?
Yeah.
All right. You will continue onward. Kind of looking over the edge of the bridge as you pass over, looking at the waterfall. Kind of picturesque almost. You do notice as you cross to the other side of the bridge, there's a distinct lack of foliage here. The land seems to the part where the bridge was at the very base of the bottom of this valley as the river carves through it. Now you are going upwards yet again. And this isn't mountainous, it's more of a like kind of a rocky crag. The trees don't really block your path. Instead, you see this large treeless hill in front of you with kind of, you see maybe a couple bits of foliage here and there, bushes. At the top of the hill, there's one larger tree that kind of seems to be lonely, sitting kind of on its perch at the top of this hill. But the road curves around it, and you continue to follow it on, unless you guys want to do anything.
No, I'm good.
Okay. You guys continue onwards. Until you come to yet another fork. Even here in the mountains, as you go upwards, and you thought maybe you would escape this kind of low drifting fog that drifts over the bottom parts of the valley. But even here, the fog seems to be inescapable. And it still kind of meanders around your ankles and washes over the road. You see the dirt road splits into two ahead. Kind of widens towards the east. And peculiar, you see patches of cobblestone going eastward, suggesting that this branch of the road was once a very important thoroughfare almost. It looks like there was some sort of definite architecture here that was much more important than the rest of the road you have seen so far. You haven't seen any cobblestone except for in the village of Barovia.
Is there street signs anywhere?
You see no street signs.
And
But
can we see the castle from our position, or is it covered by trees?
say again?
Can we see the castle? So can we assume the general direction of the castle and then go that way?
You can't really. The hill that is to your east kind of blocks your vision. It is kind of large, and you do notice like a kind of more of a miniature valley between two hills to your east. There is you see this road kind of pierces through these two large hills. To your northwest, you see a large gate of some sort. This not as nice or exquisite as the gate you had originally seen when you entered this land, but it does seem to be blocking off the path. Just these two hills kind of stopping. If it was closed, it would be stopping anybody from getting through. It would be a pretty good checkpoint. However, the gates seem to be lying on the ground off of their hinges in kind of a heap of metal at the bottom. One of the columns that used to support the gates have completely crumbled, leaving only a stump of stone where it once was. The other side seems to be a little bit more intact. And again, you see these gargoyles standing on top of at least the one pillar that is still intact. The other pillar, you see this gargoyle kind of lying on the ground, kind of staring off into the distance. One of its wings broken, one of its arms broken off, lying in this mud and this mist.
Did this thing rust over time, or did something force break it? Can only wonder right now.
I don't know. Only one way to find out.
If something did break it down, I don't want to meet it right now.
As you guys kind of examine this gate, you see the wind kind of picks up, and it's getting really rainy now. Like, the rain has picked up as you've moved along. The rain has started to come down harder and harder, making this slog of a trek, going uphill through the mud. It has not been a pleasant experience, and it's getting worse by the moment. The wind kind of picks up, and you're going higher up into these mountains, which means you're more exposed. There's no trees here to stop the rain from hitting you. Oh my goodness gracious! Hello, Sparkly and Pop Piggy Raid! Hi guys! Whoa, that's out of nowhere. Sorry. Holy cow! Welcome! Hello everybody! Welcome! How was your stream? I was not expecting that. Sorry. We're in the middle of playing D&D. We're playing Curse of Strahd to everybody who just showed up. Thank you, Rel. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, Rel's been hanging out in streams. Thank you so much, Rel. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing a module called Curse of Strahd. Kind of a gothic horror style campaign setting. And they are on their way to go meet a certain vampire in his castle. The party just went through a meandering mountain path full of rain and mud and just not a very good time in this strange mist covered land.
I
Oh, and
just
we're
like the
seeing dead
rain.
people.
Also, they've been seeing dead people and corpses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bad things have been happening all around. They just came to a fork in the road that they were moving towards. In fact, it hasn't updated on my other screen, so let me just whoop. They moved ahead a little bit. There we go. To set up the scene, they came into a fork on the path. They saw a large, what used to be a gate, except for it is fallen over, it is rusted, it is crumbled. What used to hold up these large iron gates, about 50 feet high, they're very tall gates between these two large hills. They've crumbled, they've fallen apart. There is nothing but ruins here. And as you are examining this gate, the wind picks up and blows the fog to the side a little bit. And there you see, parked not too far off the road, and you're not even sure how you missed it, there is a large black carriage drawn by two equally large black horses. The horses snort puffs of steamy breath into the chill mountain air. And the side door of the carriage swings open silently. You just
Okay, this is
hear the horses.
strange.
When did Matt get there?
I don't know. Can we see anybody on the carriage, or is it just the horses?
You don't see anybody in the carriage. You can make a perception check.
Let me roll for that. That is a 16. That is a 22 again.
It's just a bat sitting on the front with the reins.
So 22. You look at the carriage and you kind of peer into it. It is a dark interior to the carriage. Kind of, you see this red velvet lining and black kind of dark interior. Nobody seems to be driving it. There's nobody on top of the carriage. It is just an empty carriage pulled by two horses.
Guys, I don't know about you guys, but that looks a little suspicious to me.
I mean, nobody's in there, right? So
Nope.
The carriage is pointed eastward.
maybe someone had to go a little ways on foot. Maybe they were taking a little break.
Waffles,
Wrong,
maybe
wrong.
a small thing.
Wrong.
Just giving us the direction doesn't help us much because we don't have a compass. So it's a little hard to have descriptions that are using the north, south, east, west if you don't know where north, south, east.
It's
east,
relative
west
to
on the
where
map
you can make sense of kind of the general. It's mostly just to make sense
as a
of
mechanical thing. So the descriptions don't actually help us because we don't know where you describe that stuff is on the map.
Eastward
Damn
would be towards the castle. You have gone kind of around. You've gone kind of underneath. You started out the bottom of the plateau, and the path kind of curved around to the west and went up the mountain to the. You are now west of where the castle would be.
Okay.
We need
Well,
to head east.
it
So the
looks like
castle is probably like here-ish. Or here-ish.
it's nice that you're saying here if we can't see where you're
They can't see
pointing.
the ping.
Aw.
It's hidden.
No,
Sparkle
actually,
and
I
Pop,
can. I
by
just
the
have to
way.
zoom out.
I hope you had a good stream. I was not expecting the raid, but thank you very much. I hope you guys want to chill back and relax and watch some D&D.
Guys, I guess we have two options here. Either we hop into this very not suspicious carriage at all.
Definitely
TM,
not.
or we make the rest of the way to the castle on foot. Whatever you guys prefer.
I don't know. I don't think the carriage is meant for us. We could be stealing it instead of like.
True. Let's just keep walking.
Can I use something?
It depends on what you want to use.
Speak with animals?
Okay. Oh, that's right. You do have that, don't you? Yeah, I mean, you can if you want. It is part of your abilities. Sure.
Okay.
I
So
think you can
then-
use it once a day or something like that. Once every short rest, I think.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think it's like once every short rest.
Something like
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah, once per short rest.
you. First of all, well, actually, no, you're good. So you kind of focus for a minute. You guys see Crowley kind of just close their eyes and inwardly think for a moment. And where is your rune at? The tattoo that you had, the mark?
I actually never thought of that. It's probably on my neck or something.
It's on your neck. All right, you guys see this tattoo on his neck. This strange kind of. It looks like maybe a bear or something like that. Some kind of creature-like tattoo starts to glow on the back of Crowley's neck. Crowley, you have cast Speak with Animals.
I'm gonna walk up to the horses and just be like, is this our ride? Were you guys sent here to pick us up?
You see the horse kind of stamps its feet, looks to you. You are summoned, he says in this like very monotonous, almost this very non-human like speech.
Summoned by Strahd? Is Strahd your master?
The master beckons you.
That doesn't help me. Can you answer if it's Strahd that is your master?
He is known by many names. Strahd is one of them.
Awesome. That's all I needed to know. Go back to being horsies. He'll just walk back to the group and... Yeah, so these are Strahd's. I'm assuming he sent this for us.
And you know that because
Well, a long time ago, while me and my crew were sailing, we stopped off at this nice little party island. and I woke up with a tattoo on my neck, and cat was laying next to me, uh, and started talking to me. So there's that.
I have so many questions right now. The biggest one of that is you ate from that pie, right?
This is way before the pie. This is something I've been able to do for a long time.
He's still just
Okay, cool.
hallucinating. He just thinks he can talk with animals. He's just talking to the horse. You're like, how much of that
That's
pie
pretty
did he
cool.
eat?
That's a pretty
That's-
cool ability.
Has Thurxora on all her travels ever heard from somebody with that ability, or is it a thing where she's just like,
Speak with animals is generally you've heard of druids being able to do it.
pimp?
It is a common level magic amongst elves and the such people who live in forests and things like that. It's not unheard of.
So, Crowley, what did the horses say?
Okay.
This is Strahd's carriage, and we're being summoned.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they also had a very creepy voice, so I don't know if they're like being controlled or miserable or both.
Down in the dumps. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, if he's
So-
providing the ride for us, then let's
We might
oblige.
as well use it.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna open the door and jump in. Get the seat.
Jump
right
on
next to
in.
the door.
All right.
Thurxora is gonna
you need a step
sit
stool?
on the outside.
He's got a little step stool. You're gonna sit on the outside
Yeah, basically on top of the thing. In
where
front
the
where-
driver would be.
where
Oh, he
the
stole my-
stupid
he stole
Giz
my idea.
does not know the name of,
Hmm.
in common at least. In
And,
in Giz, the word for it would be Kutschbock.
Kuchbak.
The driver's seat.
I
there you
love
go.
our idea that just GIF is just German.
Hey, it works.
yeah. Gwen,
To be fair, I don't know what
Gonna
that part of the
be-
carriage
No.
is either.
I'll
you gonna be on the driver's seat with Threx, or you gonna
Yeah.
be inside out of the rain?
I will join the driver's seat just to keep it safe.
Okay.
Apparently, it's called the coach box.
The coach box. There you go. All right, so two of you are on the outside. The other two are nice and warm in the covered from the rain. All right. As the last of you gets onto the carriage, the door shuts by itself. The horses stamp a bit and then continue to pull the carriage eastward along the path. Now, for those of you who are inside the carriage, it's pretty comfortable. There's no rain. It's actually oddly warm in here. It is almost like it isn't affected by outside temperature. It is perfect room temperature, dry, and you kind of shake the rain off of your cloak, and the water kind of lands on the ground, and you look back there and the water's gone.
Huh.
The carriage pulls you through this kind of valley within a valley. The two hills on your north and south, kind of blocking your view from anything as it twists and winds. You see shrubs here, not as many trees as you saw before. And it seems like the land is getting more and more barren the farther eastward you go. As the road takes this turn to the east, you kind of, after snaking its way through this small little gorge, this small canyon, you see in front of you these massive, much taller than any gates you'd seen before, these massive twin turrets of stone. They are broken from years of exposure. Beyond these, what seems to be some sort of guard towers, you get closer and you see a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that kind of disappears beneath a huge bridge down into unknown depths below you. A lowered drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind. Their kind of rust-eaten iron seems to almost strain from the weight.
This guy does not take care of his property.
Apparently not.
From atop the high walls, you see more of these stone gargoyles, very similar to the ones you had seen before. They're hollow, kind of strange eye sockets watching you. And they seem to grin hideously with their oddly human faces. The carriage draws you towards the drawbridge. Are you guys doing anything, or are you guys just gonna let the carriage take you to Castle World?
Yeah, take a castle mode. Also,
Take us to Castle World.
Crowley, if he's gonna leave us a ride to actually get to his place, he could have left it a lot sooner than maybe like the foot of the mountain or something.
Oh. Rich people. He's probably just laughing at us.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's sitting there just going, ho, 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 ho. Give me one moment.
Look at all the poor people trying to climb the mountain. It's so funny.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I lost track of something. Okay.
Oh my god, modern idea. What if Strahd is actually Lazarus?
Lazarus?
We'd need Mara here for that.
Yeah.
But yes. Laz is Phyllis's son character Mara made before I made Phyllis.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you see beyond this this drawbridge, a rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above a large entry tunnel. And you can see beyond this tunnel the main doors of this castle stand open. A rich, warm light kind of spills from within, flooding a courtyard you see within. Torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors. The carriage takes you further. You hear the the wooden wheels creaking across the stone. It is about, I would say, you guys, I would say it's getting very late at night by this point. It is dark out. The castle spires seem, they're almost silhouetted by the presence of the moon slowly rising in the sky behind them. The clouds kind of floating past one of the spires atop a very, very tall tower at the top of this castle. This is an intimidating piece of architecture. Despite what you have seen around the rest of the area, the castle itself looks pretty intact. There are still bricks and things like that missing from pieces of this courtyard. But it is still somewhat kept and well built, though there is still moss growing on the sides of these stones. Give me 1 second, and I'll give you guys kind of a picture.
Ooh, picture.
Picture time! It's picture time!
Hold on, let me pose. Oh.
Selfie time! If I can find it. Handouts. Here we go. That's just to give you a picture of this castle.
Do we see the ravens with the scary glowing eyes?
Make a perception check if you want. If you want to look for ravens with scary glowing eyes, you can.
Well, that's a net 1, so it's a 7 total.
You are very focused on the awe-inspiring architecture of this castle. You can definitely hear ravens calling in the distance. Ah! Ah! You can't find out where they are, but you assume they're there somewhere. Maybe with red glowing eyes. You're not sure. Give me 1 sec, Reno.
One.
Sorry. What did you say you rolled for your perception as we were going through this?
A net 1, so 7 total.
7 total. Okay. Yeah, you don't see no glowing-eyed reared ravens. As you get closer and closer to the entrance to this castle, you definitely notice that the weather is picking up. The rain has become less of a downpour, more of just a A very kind of just a massive, almost like a waterfall is being dropped on your head. It is an intense rain. The storm has picked up.
Inside of the carriage.
And it's strange. The clouds seem. You can still see the moon off in the distance, large as it is here in Barovia. Uncovered by clouds. But where you're at, there are thick rain clouds. And you see lightning striking in the clouds, lighting them up. As you get closer and finally enter through the entryway, a thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard. These sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead. Thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames flittering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame.
Does the carriage stop, or are we still going?
The carriage continues to move onwards. Actually, give me 1 second. Double check something. Make sure I don't drive you guys into... Yeah, you guys inside the carriage, super duper comfortable, super nice. It is relaxing, despite the fact that there is lightning flashing everywhere outside. You guys on the outside of the carriage, not as comfortable.
Xara is just gonna be very happy about the fact that she has some changing clothes with her. Hopefully stuffed away watertight.
Yeah, you guys really have to bundle up on the outside of the carriage. You guys are kind of pull it tight around you. Gwyn, you're used to bad weather conditions. You're not as bothered by it, considering you are very used to traveling and having to deal with bad weather. It's still not pleasant.
Yeah. This is fine.
Eventually, the carriage... give me 1 second. And just make sure I've got everything right here. The carriage stops, kind of pulling around in front of these large, huge, heavy wooden doors. Flame sconces lit on both sides of them. The horses kind of snort, stop. The wooden wheels stop turning. The door to the carriage opens up. What are you guys doing?
Crowley's just gonna hop out, help the little guy out.
Thixora is also gonna hop off the carriage and just laugh inside her that, well, the other ones definitely had a dry ride. Now they are getting wet again.
And the strips off as well.
Okay.
How was it in there, guys?
A little stuffy, a little warm.
Okay. Well, let's see
Dude, it
where
might
the
taste
dinner
pretty
is
well.
that I've been promised.
Yeah, hopefully it's warm dinner.
After all this shit, it better be good dinner.
Yeah, that too.
Just wondering if we get the chance to change before dinner. Thixora is gonna walk towards the door and basically just be like, "Hello? Anybody here?"
Thank you, Rel. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. As you continue forward, getting off the carriage, you see these large stone steps leading to this very ornately. Now that you can get a closer look at it, these doors are very ornately crafted. Kind of along the steps, you can see shards of glass, assumedly from the window, the large pane that stands far above the doorway, broken. As you get closer and begin to walk up these stone steps, you hear this loud creaking noise. As these massive ornate doors open up, seemingly by themselves. There's nobody to greet you at the door.
That's not spooky at all.
I guess we can take that as an invitation.
No, I believe the invitation's in your backpack.
Yeah, that's true, but I think that's the please enter here and not over there where it looks like it's the stables.
True.
They better have rum.
And as you guys begin to approach this door and it opens up, you see the carriage door closes again, and the horses begin to move kind of around the side of the castle, disappearing with the carriage to another part of the courtyard, around to the side. Directly inside the doors in front of you, you can see some kind of foyer, and beyond that, another set of doors. Do you guys go in?
Yes.
Yes.
Just kick the door open, Cusco style. Ha! Boom, baby! Boom, baby!
I'm here! Alright, let me bring you to a map thingy.
What up, boys? It's your boy,
Ooh,
Botak,
that thingy.
coming in with the crew.
As you step into this foyer, behind you, the doors begin to close. Do you guys let them close, or do you try and get out? You guys do anything?
Yeah.
Quick dive!
Can I take a dagger and just kind of jam it underneath one of them, just to kind of keep it propped open a tiny bit?
You take your dagger and put it underneath the door. They stop briefly and kind of begin to shake for a moment. And with an unnatural force, kind of just pop your dagger out of its place, and your dagger goes slides across the floor towards the other set of double doors that now greet your front. Less ornate, but still very large.
Hey,
Well, there goes our way out.
I'm sure that if we need to make an escape, we could probably bash the door down if we need to, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing right now. Let's try and, you know, be diplomatic about this.
Yeah, guys, let's be civilized people.
Yeah. Oh,
I just like to make sure that always able to make a quick escape during a
Turn
jam.
down the rain because you are inside now.
trust me, Crowley, I can really much appreciate that given the circumstances. Because I don't know about you guys, but this is my first time having dinner with the vampire.
The thing is, from all we've seen and heard so far, even if we got out of the door, I doubt we would get much further. So let's be diplomatic about this and let's not immediately make enemies, okay? Please, I would like to get out of this alive.
Yeah, hopefully it's my last dinner with a vampire.
I don't know. Maybe it turns out to be super nice.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
I mean, vampires are also just people, okay? They have some interesting tendencies when it comes to eating, but actually, that is a very good point. What do you think you will serve today? I'm hungry. And she starts walking towards the other doors that she assumes lead into the dining hall.
You guys look above you as you're having this conversation, kind of like looking around the room and glancing around. You see, not very far above your heads, though this room is very tall, you see these 4 statues kind of on these pillars sticking out of the wall. 4 statues of these dragons. These very well carved dragons kind of stare down at you, their eyes flickering in the torchlight. There seems to be some kind of gem or something like that in their eyes.
Ooh. By the way, Waffles, did you want to bring us to another map, or are we still on the overworld map?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that figured out.
Crowley makes note of the beautiful gems.
Xura makes note of the craftsmanship and is like, who might have made this? Who built this place? Historical knowledge.
As you guys near the second set of
Wonders why
doors,
dragons.
they, much quicker this time, suddenly swing open. Revealing a grand hall in front of you. Okay, I think you guys should all be here. Am I missing someone? No, I think we got all of you.
Where's Crowley?
There we go. Let's put this castle picture down here.
Where be me?
Where is Crowley? I thought he was there. Crowley, where did you go?
We lost
Oh,
Crowley on
I
the
put him on the wrong layer. I'm sorry, Crowley. You're on the wrong layer. There we go.
Yeah.
Crowley, you're alive. Immediately, as these doors swing open, what hits your ears is the sound of some kind of music
Dubstep.
from an instrument you've never heard before.
Has Thraxara never heard this instrument either?
Make a history check.
17. God, bards are OP.
You
You think bards are okay?
listen for a moment.
Wait for a rogue.
You hear this. And these you can't really connect the dots. Some kind of strange memories, some sound that you are not familiar with, yet you're familiar with at the same time, kind of floods your mind. And these quick, brief instances of songs and pictures in your head of people standing together in this large room, dancing, kind of fill your mind for a moment, and then they're quickly lost, just as fast as they appeared. You kind of shake your head, try to get it back, but it's gone. What do you guys do?
Owning the doors.
Yep.
You go in the doors. As you enter this large room, you see cobwebs stretch between these large columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a huge, dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 more of these stone gargoyles that you've seen elsewhere, squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. These large double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, you see a wide staircase climbs into the darkness. See if I can make it actually reveal the staircase to your north. Yay, it worked! And you see a lit hallway to the south, containing yet another set of bronze doors, through which you hear these sad and majestic tones of this strange instrument. You see no signs of people, servants. It is an empty hall. Where do you guys go?
You know, I feel like if he was gonna be inviting us to dinner, you know, you would think at least he had some type of butler to show us the way to the dining hall. He's really lacking some staff around here. and I don't see any signs pointing towards the dining hall. So we can't really be faulted for not picking a door to go through, right, guys?
Yeah, true. I mean, considering the general architecture of castles, I would assume that the dining hall is that way, and she points at the door over here. Um,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So shall
um,
we go ahead and go that way then? If I'm trusting your knowledge.
I mean, usually it's directly straight through. It's
I would
just
have no
our
idea. I've never been in a castle before.
stuff, to my knowledge. I don't know. I've been in ruins a lot, and yeah.
As you guys are talking, you hear Crowley and Thrixora. You hear footsteps coming from the stairs to the north, echoing in contrast with this music that plays through this other set of doors.
I think
Someone's
somebody is
coming.
coming. Hello? Hello?
You see, moving down these stairs, an elf. Tall figure, brown skin, long black hair, descends the staircase. He wears a gray cloak over black studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. My master is expecting you, he says, nodding his head towards you.
Good evening to you too, sir. So, if Lord Strahd is expecting you, would you mind showing us the way? Because we are a little lost here.
He casually glances over your group, and with a grace and poise, with like almost every single one of his moves is calculated, he moves down these stairs, glances over to your group over his shoulder. Who's within? As he gets closer and starts to move closer to your group, who's closest to him right now? Is it Botak and Thrixora?
Yep.
Yep.
You suddenly you think you hear something. You kind of, it's hard to tell between the sound of the thunder clashing in the background and this strange instrument. But you could swear you heard a scream. Ah! 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 It starts out quieter, but the closer he gets to you, the louder you hear it. Inside of your mind, in your head, you begin to hear screams. Cries of agony, cries of pain. Ah! 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 Men, women. In the throes of some sort of death cries. You can't really discern where it's coming from. It is just inside of your head. He turns to you. Please follow me. Turns back towards these double doors where you hear this organ music coming from and begins to head in that direction. Do you guys follow?
Yep. Thuxara is like, okay. But she follows.
Voltec goes, yeah, but is really like on edge both of the voices in his head. Reminds me a little bit of his past.
Let's get going.
All right. You all follow the strange elf to these set of double doors. This way, he says, pushing open these not nearly as ornate, but still pretty decently sized set of double doors. Kind of. And as these open, you hear this music, this instrument, just fill the hall, echoing off of these stones and walls. It kind of just seems to fill this whole castle, kind of almost drowning out the strange cries you're hearing in your head. If it will actually reveal the area, I will tell you about it. Come on, roll 20. Work with me here. Hold on, let me try this. There we go. Hooray! Inside, you see 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Okay, good night, Rel. Have a good one. Thank you for popping by. Pillars.
Who are you speaking to? What are
Yeah.
you
Thank you for popping by, Rel, the strange elf says. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, you see this long, heavy table covered with this fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with all sorts of foods. Roasted beast basted in savory sauces, roots, herbs of every taste, sweet fruits, vegetables. And it smells fantastic. There's almost an assault on your senses between the music, the screams, the smells wafting towards you, the bright light of the chandeliers. You kind of almost are overwhelmed for a moment. Kind of blink. You notice that there are places set on this large table. Crystal goblets filled with some kind of amber liquid, delicate china and silver. But what really catches your attention, even more so than this banquet, this feast in front of you, is at the center of the far west wall, between these floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive instrument, the likes of which you've never seen before. You guys would know it as an organ, but your characters would not.
Question. Thuxara has proficiency with flutes and pan flutes specifically. Would she be able to see the similarities between a pipe organ and a pan flute?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you would definitely be able to, if you have proficiency in those, you'd definitely be able to connect, you kind of see the pipes opening and shutting, these strange kind of noises that are coming out of these large tubes. You can definitely connect the similarities about how this instrument works compared to a lot of instruments. It's just that this one is insanely more intricate than any kind of pipe-based instrument that you've ever seen in your life, or at least in the memory that you have at the moment.
Luxora is gonna just look at it being like, this is magnificent.
What stands out
Quite
is
impressive.
how, like, just absolutely shiny this thing is, too. Compared to the rest of the architecture of this room, of the bricks that are kind of cracked in places. There's cobwebs in a lot of places. This place is also in need of a good dusting, but this instrument is immaculate. And playing it, you see, as he presses his finger down on these keys, much like a piano, but several layers, facing away from you. He just kind of presses down on these. The pipes blare this thunderous melody that speaks in this tone of greatness, but also kind of despair at the same time. You see a single caped figure kind of pounding the keys, not even noticing your presence, kind of in this raptured ecstasy almost. It is kind of awe-inspiring to watch.
Yes. Rich people in their capes.
I can show you a picture.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Welcome to love.
The music stops as he stops playing.
Luxora starts clapping in applause.
Just this almost, it would be a dull silence minus the strange screaming that you hear every once in a while in your mind. This audible echo off of the walls of Thurxora clapping. The figure turns around, and you see a tall, gaunt man. His cheeks are kind of sunken in, his hair jet black, a widow's peak kind of coming down the top of his head. His eyes are intense, and they kind of focus on you with a very kind of intimidating glance. His skin is pale, and his outfit ornate. This gold chain with a pendant hangs around a very well garnished red silken shirt and these very nice black leather pants and boots. His cape kind of flutters for a moment as he turns around. He's handsome, if not intimidating. He spreads his arms out in front of you. I am Strahd von Zarovich, Lord of Barovia and Master of Ravenloft. Welcome to my domain. He in a very calculated movement, brings his arm to his torso and bends down in a slow bow.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Lord Strahd, please just execute this man.
Oi.
No, Thuxora bows down and is like, it is a pleasure to meet you, Lord Strahd. And we thank you for your invitation.
You have certainly had a tiring journey, have you not? Please,
Yeah.
have a seat.
See.
The dinner is prepared for you.
The rain. Not the best.
Ah. Yes, we shall take care of that. And he kind
Crowley's gonna
of
sit.
raises his hands. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Crowley's gonna sit as close to Strahd as possible as a power move.
He raises his hand. He's not sitting. He is still standing at the other side of the organ. He's still kind of just standing around the to the side. Are you taking the far end of the table?
Whichever one's closest to where it looks like he's gonna be his chair.
That would definitely be. Yeah, that would be right about where you're at right now. Hold on,
Okay.
let me get rid of this picture.
Yeah, Thuxora is gonna stand next to the chair there, waiting for him to sit down because she knows etiquette.
Oh my gosh, Tom,
He
why?
said to sit.
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Okay, hold on. Me. Tom, Gwyn, are you still over there? Or are you sitting at the table? What are you doing?
I'm on my way.
On my way.
Don't fall asleep.
No.
How are you feeling? Are you okay? Are you awake? You getting
I'm
tired?
I'm a bit tired, but it's fine.
Okay, just let us know if you get too tired. Is that a yes? Is that a too tired?
No, I'm fine. I've got
Okay.
my vape. I mean,
I'm
my,
sure.
Put me in, coach. I can do it.
He raises his hand up and then claps 3 times. The water that had been soaking your clothes in an instantaneous motion kind of just is cast from your bodies. Your clothes are bone dry. The water lies on the floor and quickly dries up.
Where do I learn to do that?
Then Thuxora is basically stand behind her chair, looking at him in a way that signals him that she's expecting him to take the first seat, even though her companions already sat down.
He said to sit.
I agree.
He kind of brushes his hand to the side, looking at you, Thurxora. The chair scooches out of its own accord.
Thurxora nods at him and takes a sit. Takes a seat. And well, she does it in a very fancy way, where she basically kind of does the semi-sitting pose in front of the table, and then uses her mage hand to pull the chair back under her butt, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, so she's trying to impress him.
All right. In a very posh
no.
kind of way, you sit down at the table. Strahd walks forward, pulls out his own chair, and then sits down at it. He does not have a place set for him. Instead, there is but a single glass, a goblet, filled with a red liquid. How has your stay in Barovia been thus far?
Wet. It's constantly raining here.
I was attacked by a zombie gator when I first got here. That was fun.
We
Mm.
certainly had some
Buried
trouble.
its body.
And what
Most
would
of
you
our
We're
say
still alive.
of the trials you have experienced thus far? Does it dishearten you?
I wouldn't say so.
From the life that I came from, stuff like that's just kind of another day.
They definitely make for a good story. I can say that much.
Good. I am glad to hear. You must be hungry. Eat. He's kind of just steepling his fingers, glancing over all of you in a calculating way. You hear the doors of the dining room close. The strange noise that had filled your head earlier. As you had left the elf's vicinity, they became quieter and quieter until you no longer heard them. The elf has disappeared behind the doors.
Thurxora starts eating.
Yeah, Crowley's just chowing down. No spoon, fork, nothing. He's just picking stuff up with his hands and just shoving it in his face.
God damn it,
Little bit of
Crowley.
this, little bit of that.
He's a pirate. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. I expected this.
Well, she sees her comrades basically just slinging down the food like absolute barbarians.
You guys just
Hey,
start
wait a
chowing
second
down.
now.
Thurxora,
Wait a
Thurxora,
second. Okay. Hold on. That
Try
is
the
Crowley. I do have manners.
One of
myself.
those.
But Thurxora
Expect Crowley
starts eating, and during the meal, she looks over to Strahd and is like, "So, Lord Strahd, what made you summon us here, if I may ask?"
Yes. What really made you need us here?
He glances over your group in a calculated gesture. What purpose do I bring you here? I seek those of strength. It is not by circumstance that you have come to be in my domain. I brought you here. It was my servant who bid you summon to this land. You have all experienced the dreams, have you not?
Yes, that is correct.
What dream?
Yeah.
Fabrications. Created for one single purpose. I look for those worthy. Worthy of mind, body, soul. So far, I've had no luck. Those that I have brought here have been woefully underqualified. Perhaps you will surprise me. I can only hope. Tell me, what do you desire most in this fleeting mortal life of yours?
Well, I'm not sure I should share that.
Thuxora tilts her head and it's like kind of looks upwards with her tilted head and stares at the roof and is like, I guess my biggest desire is knowledge, if you want to say so.
Knowledge. Knowledge of that which we do not know. Of things that perhaps we shouldn't know. It has driven many of us. It drives you. He kind of intensely stares at you, Thuxora. His eyes kind of burning holes into your skull. Knowledge. Perhaps of things we once knew, but have since forgotten. You are lost. Lost to time. Lost to your nature. An archivist who lost their purpose. It has been some time since I've seen one of your kind. Perhaps you will regain some of the glory that your clan once had. And what of you, Quiet one. He turns to you, Gwyn. What is it that you desire?
Um, Quinn sort of sits there and thinks hard. She's not really thought like this before. I suppose strength, not just physically, internally, I suppose.
Yes. Strength. Strength to exert your will upon others. Strength to give yourself the freedom that only the life of a warrior can bring. It is in your blood. I can smell it on you. The blood of that cursed dragon.
Cursed.
Perhaps you will continue his legacy. Perhaps not. Only time will tell.
Hmm.
And you, seafarer, you have lost much recently, have you not?
You've been watching me.
Of course I have. For it is I who brought you here.
Then you already know the answer to that question.
Tell me, how do you feel without your compatriots, your family, those who you have become like brothers and sisters with? Do you wish to hear of their fates?
I would like to figure out where they went. They're not weak. They would have figured something out.
Good. Perhaps it is your drive that will bring you to find them. Let that drive you. And you, little darkling.
Botek finishes chewing and swallows and goes like, I'm not so sure I should be discussing my life goals with someone that has forcibly brought me to a place that I am, well, not had the best of timing. The warmest welcomes, you could say.
Are you angry with me?
Well, it's just that if it was your doing that we are here, then I know a bunch of little doggies that's probably were your doing
Ah,
and bringing us here.
yes. They were instrumental in making sure that you crossed the boundary of the mists.
And ever since coming, I've had my life threatened multiple times by things. Here, it's how do we say, not been a pleasant visit.
And yet, you survived. You eat in the hall of one of the most powerful creatures in this land.
Hints. Well, Botak looks a little grim for a minute. Past experiences have given me some minor drive.
Good. You seek strength as well. To protect that which you could not. You try to bring the light to my domain. We will see how long that light lasts. Or perhaps the darkness in which you were born will reclaim you once again.
Every ember burns bright with each new dawn, but no ember will last forever.
We will see how long it lasts here. None of you may leave my domain. Only I decide who comes and who goes. The only way to leave this place is to take my throne from me. Only one of you may. One that is worthy to sit upon the throne of Castle Ravenloft. One befitting the land of Barovia. One of you has already failed. A unfortunate circumstance for them. But they were not worthy.
Thuxora looks at him and like, so tell me, Lord Strahd, what are the conditions for that? I assume that you're looking for a successor and that's why you brought us here, so what do you want us to do to prove worthy?
You can see the faintest curl of his lips and a smile. Time will tell. Maybe once you gain your own lost time. You can move towards the future, Archivist. Your desires, your fears, your very soul. You must overcome them. You may walk my lands as you wish, while you are here in Barovia. But I will not suffer weakness. And whilst you trespass upon my domain, my servants will show you no quarter.
It's hardly trespassing if you brought us here. We didn't choose to be here.
Get a point.
Yet trespassing you are. Until you earn my favor.
And how does one do earn your favor?
I will see how you carry yourself throughout my lands. Help all the poor villagers. Defeat my spawnlings. Do what you can.
So, you're fine with us just murdering all your servants then?
They serve their purpose. In their attempts to stop you, there is but one condition. If anything happens to Tatiana, your souls will be mine.
I don't think we've come across said person.
That is the only condition.
You got a description of this person so we can just, not harm the person? No.
The one whose beauty is so fair as to bring light to this dark land.
I think I know who you're speaking of, Lord Strahd.
Take her where you will, but she will be mine in the end. For we are destined for one another.
I didn't know vampires could see the future.
Yeah, that's news to me.
Know that no matter how you try to protect her, she will betray you. For there is only one fate for Tatiana, and that is by my side.
Though she resists at the moment, she will see soon enough that these rejections are nothing more than a mere drop in the pond for the eternity that I have spent here. You certainly have questions, do you not?
Hmm,
You may ask me one, and
not
I will
much.
answer you. Consider it a courtesy, a welcome.
Hmm. Oh, I know. We've been told a few things, and I would like to know. The people living at the bone crusher mill near Valaki, what exactly are they? We've heard rumors
Parasites
about
upon my
we've heard
land.
we've heard rumors about some people going there but not returning.
They conduct their business without my consent,
And
though they try to appease me from time to time. The sisters there are cunning bargainers. If you were to overcome them, that would be a trial indeed.
Well, I already planned to knock one of their teeth down their throats, so there you go.
Though, if you tried it in your current state, I fear you may go the way of your friend.
hmm. Well, that was my one question, guys.
I have a question as well. Thuxora pulls out the cloak from the mansion thingy and basically shows it to Strahd. What is this? What is the secrets behind this?
Examines it briefly, looks over it, not even turning his head, just kind of moving his eyes up and down. Ah. You found the manor.
Hey,
Tell
you mean
me,
the death house?
how was your stay there?
It for sure was an experience. We met some people, learned some things, and burned the place down in the end.
Good.
I think Drex nearly died there.
Only once or twice.
And yet, here you are, dining in my hall. It is a mere trifle. It will help you overcome some foes in battle, perhaps. But it is not even a taste of the power that lies within this realm.
Crowley is gonna go to his hip where he has that little girl's doll tied. He's gonna untie it, and he's gonna show it to Strahd and just be like, "Where is this girl?"
He takes the doll in his hand. He kind of reaches out, grabs it, and examines it. You see again his a very slight smile appears on his face. Ah. I cannot say the owner, but I suggest you take a closer look at that which you carry. You may be surprised. Or you may not.
I hate riddles.
What of you, Dragon Blood? What is your question?
Why are dragons cursed to you?
I have a history with a particular one. They were quite a thorn in my side for some time. But as all things in my realm, it was quickly taken care of. Though traces of them still seem to linger. He eyes you very intensely, Gwyn.
He's racist.
Wow.
He's everybodyist.
What a bitch.
If you are finished with your meals, you may see yourselves out when you like. Our conversation here has come to a close.
I have one more question out of personal interest. Once we claim the throne from you, assuming we do at some point, can you teach me how to play that instrument there? She points at the organ.
Oh, you will learn so much more than that.
She's gonna be a master of
Well then.
instruments.
Side personal question. Are we gonna get a carriage ride back down? Or we're gonna walk down there?
I told you before. I will not suffer weakness.
I take that as a no.
Right.
Thuxora throws the cloak over her shoulders, being like, well, if it's gonna help us, then it's gonna help us.
Botak looks really pissed. I hate the rain. Just gets up from the chair.
Don't worry, Botak.
One thing I dislike about the surface is there's fucking no rain downstairs in the Underdark. There's so much rain up here.
Oh,
Strahd kind
it's
of
just
leans
this.
in, rests his elbows on the table. That will be the least of your worries, Darkling. Strengthen
sure will.
yourselves. Strengthen your resolve. See yourselves out of my castle, and only return once you think you are worthy to take my throne.
Okay. Oh,
We
nice.
will undoubtedly meet soon. For I am the land. Know that I will be watching you. Give Tatiana my regards.
I don't know who that is,
Now,
but
the question is, are you just the land, or are you also ancient?
Oh, I am ancient.
Just something we've heard before.
You can tell by his worldviews.
yeah. Anyway,
The words, he is ancient, he is the land, have followed us for quite a while now. Anyways, we're seeing ourselves out.
we're just gonna, yeah.
And she starts walking over through the door.
Botak reaches up onto the table and takes like a fistful of grapes and just goes like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take these to go."
He is silent as you guys say all this. Just watching you. With a pensive stare. He reaches for his goblet and takes a sip. We will see the strength of your resolve. Until we meet again.
Bye. Have a lovely night. Just
Behind
wave
you. The doors to the dining hall close shut. There's no sign of the elf.
Let's get out of here.
Says Crowley as he's still in the dining hall.
There we go. I moved him.
Yep, the waffles, did I mention that Thuxora put on the cloak?
Yes. Feels
Is
nice.
anything that be happening already? Or
Not really.
okay.
You just. It's a nice cloak.
Crowley's
So-
gonna. Oh, go ahead.
So Thuxora thinks to herself, I will figure out how this thing works one day.
Tama.
Oh, no, tell me. No, Debbie.
Crowley's gonna stare at the doll and see if he can notice anything that would give a hint as to what Scumbag was saying.
Roll a perception check.
A 12.
12. It looks well designed. It is a very nice make. As I said before, like a very nice, intricate red dress. This black hair that's kind of bundled up with a little like silver pin through it to kind of keep the hair bundled up. You do notice, looking over it, a tag on its foot. You turn it over and look at it. And the tag is red. And I quote the words, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
What?
Is no fun, is no what?
Blinsky. Blinsky.
No, please.
No idea. No idea what the fuck that means.
But you
Neither do I.
don't notice anything particular besides the tag. That is a strange tag, but there's nothing particularly strange about the doll.
He just fastens it back to his belt.
All right, where are you guys going?
Out.
Out?
Out of this hole.
Um, short question. How much longer are we gonna go?
We'll probably
Probably
be
like-
stopping here pretty soon because
Okay.
Yeah, like 10 minutes or so.
yeah, I think Tom is getting ready for bed.
And by the way, Waffles, my chat wants Strahd in wearing a Soviet flag as a cape, dual wielding a hammer and a sickle.
Okay. He is for Soviet Russia. The
Oh, for Soviet.
Soviet national anthem starts playing.
That's what you should have had him play.
Oh, and Waffles, while we're waiting for Tama to come back, I'm also supposed to tell you from chat, and I totally agree with that. That
Buenas.
Hello, welcome back. That what?
you know, that was actually not what I was supposed to tell you. That, they really appreciate you and the job you're doing to build up a great atmosphere, as
Aw.
you do every time they see you DM for us. And
Oh,
I can totally agree with that.
thank you. I'm glad. That makes me really happy.
I can honestly say one of the best I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Aw. Aw, thank you guys. It really
Waffles,
makes me feel good that I'm giving you guys an awesome experience.
I want to RP with you outside of this.
Oh,
To interact
That's
with you as
the one thing.
just a character, not just DM.
that's and the other thing is,
Yeah.
at some
Ah,
point
that'd
we
be
need to
awesome.
record audiobooks, Waffles. I'm sorry, but at
Yes.
some point we need to
Please,
record audiobooks.
please read me a bedtime story.
Go the
Okay,
fuck
I'm
to
used to-
sleep by Strahd von Zarovich.
Please.
Yes.
I was gonna make a son of a bitch joke too when he said that, but I figured I'd let it be a little more epic.
Go the fuck to sleep.
You have to do this now. You realize that. When you're done, you're opening Audacity and you're recording that.
Maybe. We're gonna stop there for the night, though. I think is a good stopping point.
Oh,
Oh man.
Now we get into the meat and potatoes.
Oh yeah. Now we're getting
Ah,
places.
yeah.
Yeah.
more pie.
So,
Knock those
guys,
witches.
No
dead
more
from
pie,
the-
Tava.
Whee!
Let's just help everybody in Barovia, and then we're 100%. Once we 100% Barovia, we can.
Once you get all the achievements,
Then
Well,
we go-
99%, and then the 100%.
I need like an
is still
achievement
done.
noise that plays
Yeah,
every time you
100%.
do
The
something in
100 is
Barovia.
still Strahd.
I mean, listen, I did it with Tales of Arise, or I almost did it with Tales of Arise. I think I need to put in 3 or 4 more hours until I have the 100%. So I can also do it with Barovia. No problem.
It's just gonna take a while.
Yeah,
We
just
can do that
make sure you
Revenant.
travel to every section.
We can go hunting for that revenant later on.
Definitely
Crowley
won't
has
die.
zero desire, for the throne. He just wants Strahd dead for separating him from his crew and possibly leading to their deaths.
You idiot, don't kill him, enslave him. Then he can. Well, if he just dies, it's a short way out for him.
God, I almost made a
seems-
horrible joke.
He seems to definitely be calculating with that risk. Instead, what he should do is
No.
Deadly.
Just-
Of all
no.
people to have said that statement, you were the last one. I should say.
make him suffer forever.
Wow! What, you expected me to say that more? I
Huh?
never expected anyone to say that at all.
No. I'm saying that Deadly's the last person who should say that.
Why?
Don't kill them, enslave them.
Enslave them.
Oh man.
You will become their
Banana? We
overlord.
need 'em.
I just want to put it out there. Waffles, Chachi, and Schmoodle, my country has a history with genocide. You are the guys with slavery problems.
Wah wah. Oh
Yeah,
dang.
you're right.
Okay, fair, but
Also-
you don't see us suggesting that right now.
Who's drawing Puinas and Uwu on my beautiful on my beautiful castle?
So the
Never
numbers
mind,
are
I'll kill you right
$5,
here.
I know exactly who.
Who wrote Puinas on my castle?
That's what's gonna happen if
Before- yeah.
Guinevere gets the throne in the end. She's just gonna put mosaics of that
Oh my
area.
gosh, yeah. It's just gonna be Uwu phases everywhere. All over Strahd's castle.
Bunch of one jerk
Castle is gonna be renamed into Ubu Loft.
Uwu loft. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh, that was fun. Oh man.
Was.
Oh man. That could have gone so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So did we level up?
By the way, guys, I'm
Actually,
super
you do.
proud.
You are level 4 now.
Oh, nice. But I'm super proud of you guys that you didn't just when he was like, you need to claim the throne to me. I was like, please don't just jump at him. Please don't just jump at him. Please don't just jump at him.
Attack.
Oh no, Crowley doesn't want a throne. His whole thing is he likes the open air. He loves adventure. He doesn't want to be confined to a castle dealing with people's problems.
Well, that's not much of a ruler, and not much of a leader right now. Nor does he have any desire to take over a realm ruled by a vampire. Not only that, doesn't like it here where it's raining most of the time, and can tell when an opponent is a lot stronger than he is.
Quinn doesn't want to be tied down by the bitches.
Want to be tied down by the...
That's
But
funny
then,
compared
but you
to
could draw
message
oohs
from-
everywhere.
Ooh.
That's funny, Taba, because I see this in Waffles' chat. This
What?
This
Bite me, Daddy
message from
Strahd. I am
Tama.
very moist from rain uwu. Was one of the messages.
You did
Yep,
that.
that's what I'm
It took
talking about.
everything I had to ignore
Oh,
that while we were
Gina.
doing that. I was like, okay.
You did that.
Tama. Oh, I love you, Tama.
Mhm.
Woo.
Ooh, woo.
Anywho's a Wutzels.
Alright, I hope you guys had a really fun time. I had a fun time.
Yes.
I
Yes.
Yeah, quickly do some advertisement in my own
Do we hear too?
my own thingamabobs. Because tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be the technical director of a new show that goes live, run by the team of Careless Row on the Careless
Oh.
Row Twitch channel, Twitch TV/Careless Row. It is going to be the Slammer TV podcast tomorrow, starring nobody else than the one and only Sci-Fry and Chandler Ricks, who is one of our players. Recently also joined the Careless Row business development team, and he is, to just give you an insight who that actually is, he is the actor that plays Carl Grimes, I think, in the Walking Dead live-action television series.
Oh, heck
So-
yeah.
We have super interesting guests there. Tomorrow, Twitch TV/Careless Row, 5 p.m. Eastern. The podcast is probably gonna run for about an hour.
Ah, shame. I'm gonna be
Oh.
asleep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Work.
Ripped.
I'm gonna be
We
asleep.
are also gonna upload it to all kinds of podcast platforms, but more about that later.
Later.
And you can always watch the VOD as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Yo,
Um,
Nexus.
Do we have a
Yes,
theme song for
bloggers.
it yet?
Nope. We don't have a theme song.
Can we do the Pillbug song you were writing?
God.
You
The
need to finish that.
Pillbug song?
Yeah, there is.
What's the
song about
Pillbug song?
pillbugs,
I
taking a nuke,
don't know if
going
I should-
uptown. That I wrote because I was bored.
I want to hear the Pillbug song.
It's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. It's a work
Aw.
in progress.
Okay.
Don't
I want to
you
hear
have
it when it's done.
Darn.
Do you have
Yeah.
any of it recorded still?
I'd rather hear all when it's done.
Oh, thank you,
to be
Nexus.
honest.
Everyone in the D&D is cute. Even Strahd. He's the cutest. Do you really think I am cute?
Personal stuff.
It makes me
from
feel so
me,
nice.
Real quick. So I will be continuing my stream as I have 3 lovely individuals that will be joining me for the game Back for Blood that just released today.
Oh, heck yeah. It just came out?
We have. Yep. Although for people that pre-ordered the higher editions, we got to play it over the weekend. So yeah. I can tell you right now, Waffles, the game on veteran difficulty is even harder than it was in the
Oh,
beta.
jeez. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a rough time
so-
on that.
These members include my moderator, Killing House. He'll be joining us along with Blitzwing VR and my good friend Haha Wolfie. Will be kicking butt, playing probably through the entire story mode tonight.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, I hope that goes well.
Ooh.
I'm so curious.
Yeah.
I want to play the heck out of that game.
I don't know. Once you have it, Waffles, just let me know. We'll take some butt. Also, for those that don't know, I myself have become affiliated with a snack company. So if you come on over to my stream, bottom of the stream, you'll see a button for Creation Snack Company. They are a new company that just came out, and they have all sorts of snacks on there. Some snacks include jerky, candy, nuts, trail mix, and probably one
Oh,
of the
give me
most
the
hated
nuts.
things that Waffles will ever hear.
I swear, if you say pancakes, I'm booting you from
It
this call.
is popcorn that is pancake flavored.
Must resist! Must not murder Chachi! Must not.
Decaf.
Why aren't they
Sorry.
waffle flavored? Why are they pancake flavored?
know.
Out of all the
I
flavors
don't
you
even
can
know how
choose
they're
from.
Pancake flavored.
Okay, Chachi. Let's
Uh-huh.
let's agree on this to keep waffles sane. you should use
Tom,
your
we're
status
done.
as an affiliate with that company.
Tom.
to
Oh, I got that message super
some
late.
point
Sorry.
work your way
I just got the
higher
message
and
now
get
that you sent me earlier.
waffle flavored popcorn.
Now, I would love to do that, but unfortunately, I can't do that until I become partnered with
Pancakes
them,
are
and
not
that
superior.
means that more people need to use my code Chachi, to order stuff. And if I get a few more orders, then I can have my own brand thing with them, which means I could, if I wanted to, have try to get waffle flavored popcorn.
Yeah,
So,
waffle flavored
The
popcorn.
thing is, we're all gonna rate our people to you now, so you can get your waffle flavored popcorn, right?
If
Sounds
you
good,
want.
waffles?
Yes. Sounds good. Let's do that. I
And
like that idea.
In the future, they are going to have cookies as well, which I am actually excited about.
Oh, give me the cookies. Nexus, by the way, says that you're all cute. Kawaii's, kawaii's. Pancakes are not superior, Yellow. Get out of here with the pancake talk. How dare
Well,
you?
French toast is
No.
superior.
And I have never actually tried chicken
French
and
toast
waffles.
casserole is the greatest thing of all time.
I've never tried chicken and waffles. I
What are you, a loser?
I know I'm a disgrace to waffle kind. How could I?
Have
Hey,
you had chicken and
I am a
waffles?
sheltered person, okay?
Did I have what?
Chicken and waffles. It's breaded chicken and waffles.
If we ever meet,
sounds
you're gonna take me to
very
Roscoe's. Is do they have chicken and waffles there? It's not a
apparently-
really big thing where I'm at. They don't eat a lot of
Okay,
chicken and waffles up here.
Yellow did order something from the store, and she just got it in today. She has peach gummies and cherry gummies.
Ooh, sweet. Yum yum.
Is it like peach
Jeez.
rings?
I
With the
think
sugar on
so.
it? Those are so good.
Yeah, they
You
are.
really like waffles better? That's better. Thank
Yellow
you,
says
Yellow.
yes. Those are it.
Oh,
So-
fried
I'm gonna
chicken
send
and
my
waffles. That
chip.
sounds so good.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna make a marker here and gonna switch over my game and stuff over to the Back for Blood. I love playing with you guys. You guys are all awesome. Tama, you get
Yeah.
some good sleep, okay?
We're gonna raid a random person. A random person named Chachu.
Have a good night, everyone. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna jump into my own Discord.
Okay. Bye everybody. Thank you for hanging out for D&D.
Happy. Remember,
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna get going
thank
too
you,
and grab some
Chachi
food.
and Schmoodle
I'm
and Taba
starving.
and Deadly for playing and talking with Strahd. He was lonely. So Strahd just wanted, maybe he
can
just wanted to
tell.
hang out. He's
He
like,
wants
he's
to
just like,
kidnap a
I want to
lady
have
and make-
dinner. I'm sad here in the castle.
He's like the ultimate creep.
Hey Thorn, you're just in time for the end.
He
No,
doesn't know how to get a hint.
Thorn, you missed the whole dinner with Strahd. Oh, you maybe watch the VOD. It was super epic. It was super cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check out the VOD if you guys want to see the conversation with Strahd. It was so cool. All right, we're gonna raid Chachi before the timer disappears. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you, everybody. Okay, Thorn, awesome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you all.